Yo, 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 yo. You already know what it is. It's your motherfucking boy, Cage in the Basement. We live, we lit, and I'm back. TTop versus Mike P. Yo, I'm gonna just say this off the rip. Salute to both of these dudes, man. This battle was fire. It was a fun battle to watch. It was real exciting. And I think this battle was anticipated. So we was all waiting to see T-Top in North Carolina. So let's get right into it. Round one. T-Top comes out off the rip telling Rock, like, nah, we not flipping the coin. I'm going first. Carolina, what up? The crowd starts going crazy. Now, this was a very smart decision. It's the first time T-Top is battling in his home state, and the crowd was very excited. He got right into it, man. The boy had a lot of energy. The boy had a bunch of police angles, man, off the rip. Straight off the rip, he goes straight into the police angles. He had a bunch of police flips in there. He was cooking, man. Yo, he even had some New York lines, man. T-Top was covering all bases. It seemed like he was just excited to be in his home state, so he was just touching on a lot of different pointers. He wasn't angling too heavy in the first round. He just had a bunch of dope-ass lines. So for me, his first round was real impressive, and I was like, there we go. This is the T-Top we all came to see. A couple of haymakers in that first round, too. So very impressive. Round one, Mike P. Now, Mike P came out very poised. I was like, is this going to be a little slow start? And then I realized what he was getting to. He's tried to paint the narrative about how this was a very dangerous battle for him to take, as far as T-Top being in North Carolina, and I definitely agree with that sentiment. And he also went to, like, how am I supposed to beat T-Top in North Carolina? Main stage Mike. And the crowd erupted. It seemed like the crowd was real happy to see Mike P too, man. Main stage Mike. I was kind of surprised. He got a lot of love out there. Not more love than T-Top, but he did get more love than I originally expected. So Mike came out. He started flipping, getting real hype. He had some top flips in there. He had a bunch of good lines, man. Mike P is a real good rapper. When he gets into these little flows and these little pockets, that's like the best part of his style, in my opinion. When he gets into that little realm, I'll be rocking with that shit. And the funny part about this, the crowd was really rocking with him too. Even during the little segments of his round where a line may have not hit as hard, people in the crowd were still like, let's go, Mike, like cheering him on. He had a lot of support out there. I was kind of surprised. Yo, he did a Street Fighter move. The crowd really appreciated that. It's like they was waiting for that special move, the Hadouken. Once he did that, the crowd was really fucking with it. Then he got into a real fast flow toward the end, and I think he ran out of breath and fell short on his last word or two, and the crowd started heckling him or, started interrupting him, and he like, yo, chill, I got it. So then after that, he just kind of ended his round kind of weird. So That first round was kind of awkward to me. I think it's the most debatable round of the battle, but I'm kind of edging that round to T-Top. He just seemed a little more clean, a little more fluid in that round. Mike P had some good lines, probably one or two haymakers in there, but T-Top was just way more consistent, and a lot more of his lines was way more impactful to me, in my opinion. Now, let's get into round two. T-Top basically comes out in round two and picks up right where he left off. He had a lot of energy going into it. He had a very good angle about Mike P being mad at the whole battle rap culture after the him and Ryder battle. And then we all knew it was coming once he went there. We know the baby mama shit was eventually coming. But before that, he kind of went into try to flip it into Mike P sort of being like a racist and shitting on black culture after the Ryder battle. And I was like, wow, that was kind of interesting the way he did that. He had the whole who the fuck is y'all angle. That was real clever of T-Top. I like that. And then we all know what happened. The funny part, when he ends this segment, the who the fuck are y'all segment, that segment was very fire, by the way. The crowd was loving it. Everybody in the building was loving it. Then he ends that segment with the white boy coming out of the crowd saying, sometimes you got to let your white friends talk to police. Oh my God, that shit hit hard. That shit, I almost leapt out my seat. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then I thought that was it. I thought, honestly, that line right there was enough to end the round right there. He had enough. But then the white boy start rapping to Mike P. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? Somebody throw in the fucking towel. Then that wasn't even enough. The white boy actually had a little bit of bars in there too. Then if that wasn't enough, T-Top, man. What's wrong with you, T-Top? This nigga came back and started going in again. Like, come on, Top. After the white boy finished rapping, you ain't have to say shit else for the rest of the battle, bruh. This nigga T-Top was relentless. I'm like, oh, man. Oh, hell no. Stop this man. Somebody call time on this nigga. Mike P, you was standing there looking crazy. You supposed to call time on T. I would have called time on a white boy. That was crazy. But now that was fire, though. I can't lie. Oh, man. That was low-key overkill, T-Top. What the hell were you doing, man? He closed out the round pretty strong, man. I was like, wow, man. Wow. Damn. Now, Mike P, round 2. Yo, it was clear as soon as the round started that second round shook him up. I know he didn't expect whoever homeboy was to come out and do all of that. Like, I know he didn't expect that. And if you pay attention to this round, this is Mike P's shortest round. And I don't really judge rounds heavily on who rapped the longest. But when you look at just the round as a whole, that round was very, very, very short. It's literally Mike P's shortest round. Now, compared to T-Top round, it's not even fair. T-Top, rapped 3 to 4 times longer than him in that round. But that's not the point. Mike P kind of cut his round short. Now, look, he has some good lines in there. Mike P is not bad at all. He knows what the fuck he doing up there. But after a second round like that, it wasn't enough. And on top of that, he cut it short. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, man, come on, Mikey. Come on, man. He had a few good angles about T-Top being in the game for over 10 years. Like, he had a couple of good things there. But I think in the back of his mind, he knew it was not enough, man. So in my mind, I'm like, it's already 2-0. It's 2-0 going into this third. You could argue that first round if you want. I don't care. It could go either way with the first. I picked T-Top, but at this point, that second round was a blowout. So we getting into the third round. I'm like, the third round is not even necessary, but I always watch the whole battle. Now, look, this is the most controversial round. T-Top starts his third round. And Mike P did a few blogs about this. I seen T-Top respond to it, and it's all about, T-Top said he wasn't going to get personal, and then he went and got personal anyway. Now, I'm not going to talk about that. I just want to talk about this round. T-Top comes out and starts going right into the female angle. Now, I'm sitting here like, here we go. Here we go with this shit. And then Mike P even got the face like, really, bro? You really about to go there? Like, that's corny. But T-Top execution, again, this guy's a mastermind when it comes to fucking angles. His execution was fucking flawless. The way he did it and laid it out and kind of tied himself into it, like we basically in the same predicament, but the way you handled it was less like a man, and you kind of doing your shorty wrong. Like the way he played on it, I thought it was dope. It was real fucking dope. It was fire. Now we all know it's beating a dead horse at this point, but still, execution is what counts at the end of the day. So all of that reuse old angle shit, miss me with that. The boy executed and he did it very fucking well. Mike P was standing up there looking like he wanted to snuff T-Top. That nigga had the face like, yo, come on, bruh. Like, come on, bro. You wilding right now. Like, and then T-Top was like, I'm your man. We cool, bro. Like, he trying to pull a Geechee Gotti up there, rock a nigga to sleep, and then he punch you on the back of your head. That's crazy, man. I'm looking like, yo, Mike P, you dangerously looking like you about to go down 30 here, buddy. This is about to, T-Top put on a phenomenal performance in front of Riley. You got to give it up to the man. So this third round, I'm like, God damn, T-Top had 3 fire rounds. His first round was his lightest round. And that round was like a typical good T-Top round. So going into the third round, I'm like, Mike P is in trouble. He got an uphill battle. Now, round 3. I'm just sitting here like, what the hell are you going to do, Mike P? What's about to happen? Now, after that second round and that first round was kind of a little shaky, I'm like, I don't know what the hell he gonna do, man. I did have respect for him because he's finished the whole battle, but man, it wasn't enough. He had an uphill battle in the third. I did like a few of his schemes and a lot of his punchlines. I like that little Pokemon shit he did, but man, it was not enough. Towards 75% of that round, I'm like, boy, what else you about to do? You about to punch him in the face? It's the only way you can halfway win the battle. I'm just being for real, man. I'm like, what are you about to do? Because this is a 30. Any way you slice it, you could probably get that first round, but them last 2 rounds is a blowout to me. So in my book, I got this battle 3-0 T-Top. Now again, Mike P, I like Mike P material. That don't mean I think he won the battle though. I love T-Top material, and it was executed better. His angles was hitting, his punchlines was hitting, his name flips, the police angles that were also police flips and name flips, all of that shit was on point. T-Top executes flawlessly. There's very few battle rappers who can do that shit. It's like him, John, Murder Mook. It's only a few of these dudes who really be hitting on all cylinders. It's like if these niggas shot 100 free throws, they're gonna make 80 of them, possibly 85. You gotta think about how often does a bar or angle or punchline not land when it comes to these dudes. Their landing percentage, whether it's a risky angle, that shit is very high, man. So salute the T-Top. Even Mike P has a very high, effective rate. Like whether it's an angle, a flow pattern, or a punchline, or a name flip, he lands a lot. You know what I mean? Like, he don't miss that often either. But when you put him up against a guy like a fucking T-Top or like next to a John, you're going to see a clear difference of the percentage of execution is just very fucking high. It's insane, yo. But salute to both of them. Fire battle. I had a lot of fun watching this battle. It looked like they both was having fun on stage. Mike P even looked like he was enjoying himself, as weird as that sound. So yeah, man, another fire battle from the Civil War card. These dudes was putting on, man. So you already know what it is. It's your motherfucking boy Cage in the basement. And I'm out.